So welcome to the Ultimate Excel webinar. So where you're going to experience professional effectiveness of Excel in 1 hour. So the Microsoft Excel is in this webinar, you are going to experience the professional effectiveness of Excel in 1 hour. That is the practical aspect. So the very first aspect we are going to start with is the theoretical aspect, because you need to know the importance of Excel, some basic terminologies of Excel, and some other things before we go into the practical aspect. So like I said earlier, the very first aspect is the theoretical aspect. We are going to talk about the definition of Excel, uses of Excel, importance of Excel, some basic terminologies of Excel, keywords that you can come across in Excel. So we are going to talk about that one for the next 30 minutes. Then in the next 1 hour, we are going to use Microsoft Excel to practice. So we are going to do the practical, we are going to the practical aspect of Excel after the theoretical aspect. Then after that, we'll move to the question and answer section where you are going to ask your question. So I'm going to unmute everybody, then you are going to ask your question while I give you the answer. So hope that is clear now. So without wasting much of our time, so before I even start, how many of you just type in your location? Where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? So this class is just like an interactive class. So it's going to be question and answer. You are going to be answering question. Okay, Chidima is from Lagos, Enugu, Accra, Ghana. Okay. 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 Thank you all for joining from wherever you are. People that are joining from Lagos, from Ghana, from Calabar, wherever you are. Thank you for coming down here. So from all the way from Ogun State, okay, Takoradi, Ghana, okay. From Katsina State, welcome everybody. So we are Abuja, okay. Okay, we are not going to take much of our time. So like I said, this is going to be an interactive class. So it's not going to be a boring class. I'm going to be asking questions time to time, simple question like this. So time to time, so that we are going to make it look more interactive. So you get, so let's get started. So how many of you are used to Excel, and how many of you are new to Excel? So if you are new to Excel, just type in I'm new to Excel. But if you've been using Excel, then type in I'm used to Excel. So let's quickly do that. New, okay, half person, okay, 2 people, 3, okay. Wow, almost everybody is new to Excel. Okay, you use Excel. Okay. One person said he uses Excel. Okay, someone said I am Excel. Yeah, you are Excel. Yeah, are you new? I'm familiar with Excel, but not very. Okay, no problem. Whether you're new or you've been using Excel, right? So I'm going to start from the basics for everybody. I'm going to start from the basics for everybody. So it's going to be from the basics, from introduction to Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Excel Ribbon, and basic keywords, basic terminologies you need to understand Excel and the likes. So okay, so about the webinar, let's just move forward. About the webinar, Ultimate Excel webinar is designed to give you the foundational knowledge and hands-on experience you need to master this essential tool. So why we come up with this plan is we did a lot of research for a lot of companies, and we see that almost all the company uses Microsoft Excel. So that's why we come up with this webinar, to also help and assist people in using Microsoft Excel, because almost all the companies uses data. In fact, it's not almost, all companies deal with data. And for you to have basic knowledge of Excel is an addition to your skill. So almost every company wants to hire. It's easier for companies to give out their graphic design job. It's easier for companies to give out their web design job, but it's not easy for a company to give out their data, because the data is the life of every business. That is what they use to make a productive decision, right? A good decision. So for every company, they need someone within them to handle their data. And one of the tools they use is Microsoft Excel. In fact, almost all the company uses Microsoft Excel. So we are going to give you the foundational knowledge and hands-on experience you need to master this essential tool. So we are going to guide you through the basics of Excel. Like I said earlier, I'm going to talk about the basics of Excel, how to navigate the Excel interface, how to navigate the Excel interface, how to navigate the Excel interface and edit the Excel spreadsheet and perform basic calculation. We are going to talk about that. So you also learn how to use advanced features like sorting and filtering. We are going to talk about that. Creating charts, we are going to talk about that. Charts and graph, working with multiple worksheets, chart, pivot table, Power Query. We are going to talk about almost everything. So we are also going to do our exercises, that is our practical aspects, so real life example. So you also see me doing it in real life. So you'll see me practicing Excel using some basics formula that I'll talk about here today. So at least after the end of this training, I believe you will learn one or two things. So let's move forward. Someone said my sound is not out. So I hope everybody can hear me now. Okay, about the host. So my name is Sani Akim Abiodun. I'm a computer instructor and also a digital marketer, and I work with Digital World Tech Academy. So we've been able to train more than 1,000 students last year, both online and offline. So, and we train people and organizations on Microsoft Office packages and digital marketing last year. But this year, we've actually upgraded. So we train on web design, on different tech skills, just name it. Whatever you want to learn, we train people on that also. So in 2022, we were able to train over 150 students physically and more than 800 students online with 2 organizations just last year alone. And this year, we've been working more with online students, physical students, and also organization. So we are also trying to make computer education very easily accessible to everybody. So that is that about that. So about Digital World Tech Academy. So Digital World is an online learning platform with the aim of making the tech skill affordable and accessible for everyone. Now, the reason why this institute come up with this plan, with this online learning platform, is because almost everywhere, almost all the African country, in fact, I think we are all lagging behind in this tech industry, right? In the African continent generally, I think we are lagging behind in this tech industry, right? How many of you believe that we are lagging behind in this tech industry? Africa generally. If you believe that we are lagging behind in the tech industry, just type in yes, I believe, or yes, we are. How many of you believe? I'm still waiting. Like I said, this class is going to be interactive. Do you get? So it's not going to be only me. Okay, a lot of people, okay, all of us, right? Now, and after a lot of research, we believe that, okay, it's fine. After a lot of research, we were able to come up with some courses, with something that we believe. Yes. Thank you, Adeyemi. So we believe that some things, there are some basic courses, some things that cause us to be lagging behind in the tech industry. And we figure out a whole lot of things, but I'll just tell you 2 out of it. The first thing is financial capabilities. Not everybody that can afford the computer institute. It's not everybody that can afford to pay for computer education. In fact, in some countries, the computer education to pay for computer institute is very high, right? To pay for any computer program, that you want to learn any computer program is very high. So it's not everybody that can afford that. Then another thing is time. Even if people can afford that, it's not everybody that have the time. It's not everybody, right? So a lot of us goes to work every day, Monday to Friday, and Saturday we just want to relax. Sunday, prepare for office on Monday. So we actually want to, we want to learn, but there is no time. We have the money, we want to learn, but there is no time. Do you get? So that's why we come up with this program that, okay, you can learn it at your own pace. You don't have to be, you don't have to leave your house to learn. So this is digital world, right? The technologies has advanced, right? So you don't have to be in, you don't have to be coming and going every day, right? You can be at your home, in your office, and just take your phone and learn on the go. So that's why we come up with this program. So our mission is to make computer education very accessible and affordable to Nigeria and Africa in general. So we not only believe that Nigeria is going to be great. So it's not only Nigeria that our main target is. So we are targeting Africa generally, because it's not only Nigeria that is lagging behind in the tech industry. All the African countries, we are lagging behind in the tech industry. So we are focusing on all the African continent generally. That's why you can see people from Ghana here. So it's not only Nigeria. So that's that about that. I think we've had enough of introduction, right? So let's move on to the point, to the reason why we are here today. So what exactly is Microsoft Excel? Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program. So how many of you are here with your jotter? If you are here with your jotter, you can jot down, you can write down, just make sure that you learn something today. You are going to learn a lot, but make sure that at least you jot down something that you can revisit every single time. Do you get? Because this is actually going to be a long training. So it's like 2 hours training. So make sure you jot something down. Are you with me? So Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program used to record and analyze numerical and statistical data, right? So now, when I said Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program used to record and analyze numerical and statistical data. What that means is, don't worry about the spreadsheet program if you don't understand. I'm going to explain everything. I'm going to break everything down one by one. So whatever thing you don't understand, just calm down. I'll take you to Microsoft Excel now to explain what I mean. So Microsoft Excel provides multiple features to perform various operations like calculation, pivot table, graph, and macro programming. So Microsoft Excel performs all those ones. So that's why you see you can use it for charts, you can use it for graph, you can use it for calculation. With Microsoft Excel, you don't need to calculate, you don't need calculator again. You can do all your calculation in Microsoft Excel. So an Excel spreadsheet can be understood as a collection of column and row that forms a table, right? So Excel spreadsheets, so the reason why we have a spreadsheet is because we work with sheets in Microsoft Excel, right? If you are working with Microsoft Word, you work with pages. If you are working with PowerPoint, you work with slide. But in Excel, you work with sheets. So that's why you've been hearing a lot of spreadsheets, worksheets. You are going to hear a lot of that. So that's because that's common to Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. If you are using Microsoft Word, you work with pages. So alphabetical letters are usually assigned to the column and numbers are usually assigned to the row. The point where columns and row meet is called a cell. So the address of a cell is given by the letter representing the column and the number representing the row. So now let's go to Microsoft Excel. Let's go to Microsoft Excel. Let me explain. Let me break it down for you. Now, as you can see, this is an Excel spreadsheet. So if you look down here, you see we have sheet 1, right? We have sheet 1. So that is why they call it spreadsheet. So this is an Excel spreadsheet. Now, like I said, it's made up of rows and columns. Now, alphabetical letters are usually assigned to column. Now, that is why we have column A, column B, column C, column D, and the likes. we have all this. The spreadsheet is not visible. I'm coming. Okay. Sorry. I hope it's video. Can you all see it now? Can you see the spreadsheets now? Okay. Now, okay, fine. I'm sorry. So now that we have, thank you. So now we have a spreadsheet program. If you look down here, we have a sheet, right? This is a sheet. You can see. So in Microsoft Word, in Microsoft PowerPoint, sorry, we make use of sheets. In Microsoft Word, like I said, we make use of pages. So that is why here you can hear a lot of spreadsheets, worksheets, because Microsoft Excel uses sheets. Do you get now? Like I said, alphabetical letters are usually assigned to the column. So we have column A, right? Column B, column C, column D, column E, column F, and so on, like this. So we have all this. Now we have row. Numbers are assigned to the rows. So we have row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, and the likes. So now the point where row and column meet is called a cell. So a cell is the intersection of a row and column, right? So now you can see we have a column and we have a row. So this is the point that this column A, row 1, this is the point where they meet. Wow. Okay, we are back. I think it's my network. So like I said, the intersection of a row and column, right, is called a cell. A cell is the intersection of a row and column. Now we have, I'm coming. Now you can see the point where row and column meet is called a cell. So you can see column A, right, and row 1. So this is column A, row 1. So this is the point where they both meet, right? You can see A1. Let me zoom it in so that you can see it clearly. Right? You can see now, where column A and row 1, this is the point where they meet. So we call this cell A1, right? So you can also see it in the name box. This is cell A1, right? Now I can call this cell B2. This is cell B and row 2 because we are in column B, row 2. So this is cell B2, right? So who can tell me the cell that I am now? Which cell is this? This cell. Which cell am I now? Like I said, this is going to be an interactive class. So it's not going to be, I'm not going to be the only one. Cell C3, yes. Thank you very much. I'm in column C, row 3. I hope you all understand that now. Excel is very simple. So don't let anybody complicate issues for you. It's very, very simple. So now let's go back to PowerPoint. Let's go back to PowerPoint. I hope you all understand this definition now. I hope you all understand this definition. It's quite simple, right? It's quite simple. Yes or no? This definition is quite simple. For those of us that are new to Excel, the definition is quite simple. So let's move forward to the next thing now, which is importance of Microsoft Excel. Why should you study Excel? Why should I even study Excel? So out of, yes, thank you. Out of all this other software that we have in this whole world, why should I study Microsoft Excel, right? We have CorelDRAW, we have Photoshop, we have Illustrator, we have a lot of things. Why should I not study Microsoft Excel? So now, let me tell you, we all deal with number in one way or the other. That's fine. We all have daily expenses we pay from our monthly income that we earn, right? So if, as long as you are earning something every single day, as long as you are earning something every single day, then that is your income. So the thing that comes into your pocket or into your bank account is called your income, right? So now, the one that is going out is called your expenses. That is your expenditure. So now, for you to spend wisely, right? you will need to know your income versus your expenditure. Now, the moment your income, your expenses is more than your income, then you can't have savings. You are going to wind up in debt, right? But the moment you have more income than your expenditure, you are going to have savings. So how do you keep tab for all this? How do you keep account? Now, gone are those days where you'll be using paper and pen. These days, you don't use paper and pen again. So now, for you to know that, okay, this is the amount that I'm receiving and this is the amount that I'm spending, you need to use Microsoft Excel. You can't be putting it down every single month. So Microsoft Excel comes in handy when we want to record, analyze, store such numeric data. So I know a lot of people here like practical, right? So instead of using this my explanation, let's go into Excel and let's practicalize it. How many of you are ready for that? Let's just practicalize this one, why you should study. So how you can use Excel to calculate your income versus your expenditure. Okay. So let's go back to Excel now. These are Microsoft Excel, right? So let me zoom it in so that you all can see it. It's only 2 people that said they are ready. Okay. Now let's just put let's just say Mr. D savings. Let's call it Mr. D monthly savings. So this is Mr. D monthly savings. So we want to write the month will be there, right? After the month, we have the income. So this is the amount. Income is the amount Mr. D is receiving. Then we have expenditure. We have the expenditure. Then we'll have our savings. So let's see how Microsoft Excel can help us to calculate that. So let's just merge all this together and have something like this. So let's make everything bold. So for the month of January, so we want to be calculating it quarterly. Mr. D received an income of let's say 150K. 150K. So and the expenses for the month of January is, let's say 75K. So now for the month of February, let's enter March also. Let's enter March also. So let's put March there. So that is February and March. So for the month of, let me show you something that you can do with Excel that will make your work very fast. So if you want to enter month like this, so you can just come here, drag it down. This is February and March. You can see how easy Excel is. So if you want to do it up to December, just continue. Excel will be the one that will do it for you. Learn new thing, right? We learn every day. So you don't have to be the one that will be typing it. How many of you learn new things now? Did you learn this? Nice one. Okay, this is February, right? So Mr. D received an income of 150 again for the month of February. 150K for the month of February. Then the expenses, let's say the expenditure is let's put it for 69. Let's say 69K for the month of February. So for the month of March, which is the first quarter of that year, so it still received the same amount of income. And let's say it spent 58K now. So now, how do you calculate your savings? Your savings is going to be your income. You remove expenses from your income, right? That is your income minus your expenses, right? Income minus expenses. So let's do it. All our formulas have it equals to, so 150,000 minus 75,000. Simple as that. So it's going to do this for me. Then I'll just drag it down and I will have all this other one. Excel will do this one and do this one for me. So now you can see how easy it is for me to just use it to calculate the savings now. So now I want to know the total. Not clear. Okay, someone said not clear. So let's clear the content and do it again. So I'll say equals to, right? 150, that is your income, the amount that is coming in, minus the amount you're spending. So that is your expenditure. So I press enter, then I'll come here and copy down this formula like this. Then I'll have it here. This 81,000 and this 92,000, right? So now I want to know the total income, the total expenditure, and the total savings, right? So let's do it. So I'll just press Alt plus equals to, Excel will do that one for me. Then I'll come here and drag it down here. So Excel will be the one to do it for me. So now we have the total income of 450,000, while the total expenditure is 202,000, and the total savings is 248,000. How easy it is? You can see I don't even spend up to 2 minutes in calculating the first quarter of this. Okay, Ruthie said I should slow down a bit. So where did it? Okay, what should I take again, Ruthie? What should I retake again? Do you understand all that? Please, please, please be fast. Did you understand it? The addition is not clear. Okay. You got stuck in the calculation part. Which aspect? Is it the savings or the totals? I'm not using any short keys. I'm not using any short keys. Oh. Okay, let me clear it again and do it once again. So if you didn't understand it this time, just write down your question. By the time you get to the question and answer section, you can ask. So I said equals to income, right? Minus expenditure, right? So I'll press enter. So now I have 75,000, right? So it's very easy. What I did was 150,000 minus 75,000. So now if you look at this formula bar right here, you can see I said equals to B3, which is this. That is why I first of all explain the cell reference for you so that you know which cell I'm using. This is B3 minus C3. So B3 minus C3, that is the content in B3, that is 150 minus 75. That will give us 75,000. Then I will just drag down this and Excel will calculate that one for me. So for this, I use auto sum to sum everything up for me. So I just press Alt and equals to, Excel will do that one for me. Then what I'll just do is I will drag it down here to have it here. Now you can see how easy it is for you to calculate the first quarter for Mr. D savings. It's very, very easy, right? It's very, very easy. You can see how easy it is. You now see the reason why most company wants to hire people with Excel skill. But let's move forward. Let's move forward. So let's say what I just did now. Please, the sum, just write it down, write it down, write it down. Paul, write it down. At the end of the training, please ask me when we get to the question and answer section. So don't let us waste much time. Our 30 minutes is almost over. We need to, the practical is the main reason why we are here today. So now, let's move forward. Now, let's say this one does not convince you that Microsoft Excel is important. So let's move forward. Why should you study Microsoft Excel, right? So now, Forrester research, right? The total is not clear. Akintayo Oluwaseun. Okay, just write it down, write it down. I'm not clearing anything. I'm not deleting anything. Whatever is not clear, just write it down. By the time we get to the question and answer section, let me know. Just let me know. I'm going to retake it. So Forrester has found out that did a research, and they found that 81% of businesses uses Microsoft Excel. Just take that one. 81%. That is, if out of 100, if out of a million company, Like we have, if they bring over 1 million companies together, right? 81, that is 810 country, 810,000, 810, yes, 810,000 businesses uses Microsoft Excel. That is, if out of 1 million companies, right, 1 million businesses, 810 businesses uses Microsoft Excel. But in today's world, all businesses uses Microsoft Excel. Don't let me lie to you. All businesses uses Microsoft Excel. So millions of people worldwide use, that is what Forrester found out. So another one, millions of people in worldwide, right? It's not only in Nigeria, it's not only in Africa, worldwide uses Microsoft Excel for businesses, right? Personal use and education. So they use it for those three things. So you can use it for business, you can use it for personal use, and you can use it for education. Now, what I use it for now is just personal, right? Because we just use it to calculate someone's salary. So you can use it for education and you can use it for business purpose. So we are going to talk about it once we get to the practical aspect. So there are several software products with the same function as Excel, right? But the simplicity of Excel makes people choose it over other alternatives. You can see how simple it is for me to use Excel to calculate now, right? You can see how simple it is for me to use Excel to calculate right now. You can see that it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. I use this Microsoft Excel to just calculate it. You can see. Now, another one, Statista also record that millions of companies in the world, right, and more than 731,000 companies in the United States uses Microsoft Office. That is Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. That is, out of all millions companies in the world, and more than 731,000 companies uses Microsoft Excel just in the United States alone. So which means today, in today's world, Microsoft Excel has become one of the tools you need to use. You need to know, right? Microsoft Excel has become one of the tools you need to know before you can even get a job, before you are thinking of going for a job. If you are a nurse and you are thinking of going to get a job at hospital or something, get Microsoft Excel skill, because you are going to enter the number of patients that you have, the number of beds available, all those ones, they are going to be in Excel spreadsheet. Gone are those days where you'll be writing everything in paper and pen. Today's world, you don't use paper and pen again. Now let's see this table that I put here. Now, these are companies that uses Microsoft Excel, what they use it for, right? What Excel who uses Excel, right? What the company uses Microsoft Excel, and number of employees, right? So we have Amazon. Who doesn't know Amazon here? Is there anybody that does not know Amazon? Is there anybody that does not know Amazon right here? Okay, which means almost everybody knows Amazon, right? Is that right? Someone said you don't. Don't worry. Let's move on. So, but Amazon use Microsoft Excel for quality analyst, data analyst, junior data analyst. So, and they have over 700,000 staff. That's to show you how Excel is important. Cigna also, they have over 73,000. That's to show you how Excel is important. Deloitte also has over 334,000 staff. Intel has over 110,000 staff. JP Morgan also, the same thing. They use Microsoft Excel and they have over 255 staff. Microsoft Excel uses, Microsoft itself uses Excel and they have over 182,000 staff. Morgan, PayPal, Tesla, you can see all these companies out of all others. All these big companies uses Microsoft Excel. So who can tell me now, is Excel very important or not important? Is Excel important or not important before we move on? Is Microsoft, it's very, very important, right? Okay. Now, let's move forward. So importance of Excel to our business, our daily and business life. So I'll just move on with this. So it's very easy arithmetic solution. It brings all your data in one places. You can see how I use it to solve arithmetic solution, arithmetic operation. Now you can use it how I use it. You can see how I use it. It brings all your data in one places. It's easy for business analysis. It has all tools for data analysis, and it's easy for, you can use it for data visualization using chart, pivot table, and the likes. So let's move forward. The basic terminologies of Excel, the things that you always come across in Excel, right? So we have a cell, and I have explained a cell. So Excel is a building block of a worksheet, right? Microsoft Excel uses Excel is the building block of a worksheet, right? So each worksheet contains a grid of 1,048,576 rows and 16,384 columns. So now, since rows are usually identified by numbers, so let's check if it's up to 1 million, right? So we have our row here. So let's even take a new sheet entirely. So this is a row, this is our row, this is row 1, right? So let's go to the end. Now, how many rows? We can see, let me zoom it in. You can all see that we have 1,048,576, which is very, very much, because I don't want to know what you are doing, but the data that you enter that will make you to finish over 1 million rows, 16,000 columns. So if you go to right arrow, you can see 16,000 columns. This is XFD. Calculate it. You will see that it's 16,000 columns, right? So you cannot finish it. In fact, if you finish this one, if you finish this particular sheet, there is a new sheet that you can use, right? You have new sheet right here that you can use. This is a new sheet. You have another 1 million row, over 1 million row. If you finish this one, you click on this one, you have a new sheet over 1 million rows. Do you see? So I don't know the type of data that you want to enter in Excel spreadsheet that you'll ever finish everything. So you have all those things to your system, and all of them depend on your system capacity. It depends on your system capacity. So another one is a range. You have a range. So a range is simply any collection of cells. So if I have, now let's select this one. This is just a cell, right? This is a cell. Now, if I come here and select more than one cell, it's called a range. So a range is a selection of a cell. A range is a selection, that is a collection of cells. So if you select only one cell, it's called a cell, but by the time it's becoming 2, 3 more, it becomes a range. We have a workbook, we have a worksheet, sorry. A worksheet is where Excel stores all your text, numbers, and formula. This is a spreadsheet. So you can see this is a spreadsheet. So this is a spreadsheet, right? So this is spreadsheet. So it's where Excel stores all your data, your formulas, and every other thing. You can see that is a spreadsheet. Now you have a workbook. A workbook is another name for Excel file. You can see a workbook is another name for Excel file. So let me open one workbook for you. A workbook can contain as many sheets as possible. A workbook can contain as many sheets as possible. So now you can see I opened just one workbook. I hope everybody can see my screen. Someone said he or she cannot see my screen. Okay. Now, a workbook can contain as many as you want, as many worksheets as you want. So like you see here, we have a customer worksheet, an order sheet, product sheet, phone number sheet, without drop down sheets, and you have a lot of worksheets right here. So now we have workbook. A workbook can contain as many worksheets as possible, in which you can store almost all your information, all the information, and have everything just in one worksheet. You can see the name of the workbook is called Pivot. And if I come here, right here, you can see I have Pivot right here, which is just only one workbook. This is just only one workbook, which is Excel file. So I can decide to copy this file now and put it on my phone or put it on my flash. I don't need to carry my laptop everywhere. I hope you're getting that now. So that is that about that. You have Excel Ribbon. The Microsoft Excel Ribbon is a graphical menu interface for commands you can perform. So commands are organized into tabs and groups within tabs. So now let's go back to Microsoft Excel. Now, sorry. So we have ribbons. All these things that you see here are called ribbons. So all of them here are called ribbons. So they are the graphical menu interface. They are the tools that you use to work. So you have the Home tab, which has its own ribbon. You have the Insert tab, which has its own ribbon. You have the Page Layout tab, which has its own ribbon. You have the Formula tab, which has its own ribbon, and so on and so forth. So let's move forward. You have functions, Excel functions. So okay, so you have Excel functions, right? Excel function takes input value and return a calculated value to a cell. So what this does is it takes value and return a calculated value. So like I use Excel to calculate something right here. So to calculate something right here, so I use Excel functions right here. You can see, if you look here in the formula bar, what I have here is formula. But if you look in my cell, I have the answers right here. So that is the work of function. And functions are the ones that form formulas. The formula expression is built with Excel function. So for Excel function, we have logical function, text function, lookup and reference function, statistical function, and mathematical function. You have a whole lot. So all these are what build up Excel formula. Are we getting value? Are we getting value? Yes or no? How many of us are getting value? Are we learning something? Are we bored? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go a little bit into advanced Excel before we move out to our practical. Some people are saying, let's go into practical, let's go into practical, let's go into practical. We are going into practical in the next 2-3 minutes now. We start our practical. We start our practical because of time. So let's go a little bit advanced. So if you are going a little bit advanced into Excel, you'll be hearing something called table. So a table is a container for your data. So what table does is it helps you to put to show relationship within your data. So as a human being, you is what you see. You just see it like this, and you know that okay, all these data are related, right? But for Microsoft Excel, in Microsoft Excel, see each of these data as separate entity. So now for you to tell Excel that all these data are related, you have to put it in a table. So putting it in a table is just telling Excel that all this data that I put in a table are related, right? So that is the function of a table. That is what the function, that is what table does. So the moment you put your data in a table, then Excel will know that, okay, all these data are related. Then you can now use it to, you can now use it for analysis. You can use it for analysis, to do graph, to do visualization. You can use it for that one. So apart from table, you also come across pivot table. So a pivot table is a powerful tool that you can use to analyze your data. You use it for calculation, you use it to summarize, you use it to show trend, you use it to show comparison patterns and all those ones. So this is an example of a pivot table. This is an example. This is how pivot table looks. So if you want to, if you are going into visualization, you want to do your data visualization and the likes, you can use pivot table and pivot charts. You get that now? Another one is the Power Query. So you have the Power Query. So the Power Query, what the Power Query does is use the Power Query for data cleaning mostly. That is what we use the Power Query for. So it's called an ETL. So it gets or extracts data, then transform the data and load it. So you've been hearing of data cleaning, data cleaning, data cleaning. Mostly what we use is Power Query for data cleaning. So it gets the data from the source, then transform it. That is why they call it ETL. Get or extract data from the source. Then it's going to transform the data. After transforming the data, then it will load it into Excel. It's going to load it into Excel. Then after loading it into Excel, you can use it for pivot table to create charts and the likes. So you can use Power Query for that. Welcome to the practical aspects. But before we go into the practical aspects, did we learn something in the theory? Are we familiar with Excel now? Are we familiar with a little bit? For those of us that are new, are we familiar with Microsoft Excel now? At least if someone asks you a question about Microsoft Excel, you should be able to tell them one or two things, right? Is that correct? Okay. That Excel is more than that. Excel is more than that, but that is just what we can just quickly talk about. So now, let's go. Someone said I'm even practicing now. Yay! So yes, but how can I record this? Okay. So now let's move into the practical section. So how many of us are ready for the practical section now? How many of us are ready for the practical section? If you know you are ready for the practical section, just type in yeah. Okay. Okay. You are ready. So let's move into the practical section. So we are going to use this sheet for the practical. We are going to use this sheet for the practical. This is the sheet. What we want to calculate is, we want to calculate this. Let's just, I just downloaded this data from somewhere, right? So we have products, right? Order ID. You have the unit sold, that is the quantity that you sold, right? So you have the dates, you have your selling price, and you have your cost price. So the difference between selling price and cost price is these amounts it costs us to produce one of these products. And this is the amount we sell one of these products, right? So we are selling it at the rate of 3,000. We produce it at the rate of 3,000 each. So and we sold it for we produce it at the rate of $3 and we sold it for $6. We are selling it at the rate of $6, right? So if you are producing one at the rate of $6, at the rate of $3, how much will it cost us to produce 292? And if you are selling it at the rate of $6 per one, how much are we going to get if we sell 292? So that is what we want Excel to do for us. So, and we have a lot of data, so we have to do it one by one. So if we have to be doing it one by one, so it's going to take a lot of time, but we are not going to spend a lot of time doing it. So let's tell Excel to do it for us. So now TSP means total selling price. So we want to multiply, since we are selling it, we are selling $6, we are selling each at $6, right? So how much are we going to generate if we sell 292 units? Are you following me? How many of us are still here? Are we still together? How many of us are here? Okay. Now, don't blink. Just continue. Just watch. Because I should zoom in, right? Let me just zoom in a little bit. Someone said I should zoom out. Okay, I hope this is clear enough now. I hope this is clear. So now let's say equals to, right? Equals to, so our total selling price is $6 multiplied by 292. So $6 multiplied by 292, right? So we are going to tell Excel to do that for us and press enter. So this is the amount that Excel generates for us. So if you take your calculator now to calculate it, 6 times 292. Who can do that and get the answer for me? 6 times 292. 6, let's see if Excel is correct or not. Who can do that? 6 times 292. Did you see? Excel is very correct. And it's also formatted for us in dollar. You can see because we've been using dollar, it's also formatted for us in dollar, right? But now the issue is we have over, if you see, yes, it's shift and 8. Now we have over 700 data to do here. So it's going to take a lot of time for us to finish it. So we are going to spend the next 1 hour to be doing this one alone, right? But no, you just copy down the formula and Excel will do the rest. So Excel has done that for us. Simple as that. Excel has done that for us. Simple as that. So let's continue now. Total cost price. 2 days work, right? So instead of doing 2 days work, you just double click and Excel will do that for you. So let's say equals to, right? Now I want to calculate the total cost price, right? Total cost price. So 292 units multiply shift and 8 multiply by our cost price. We press enter. So $876. So if you copy it down, Excel will do that one for you. Now we have our total selling price. We've gotten our total cost price. Our total selling price is this, and our total cost price is this. Now we have to calculate a VAT. We have to calculate a VAT based on the amount, based on the quantity that people orders, right? So the moment someone ordered this, so the person has to pay 5% VAT. So how much is 5%? So the 5% will be from our selling price, not from our cost price. So you won't calculate VAT. VAT is value added tax. It's like a tax you pay whenever you order something, right? Or whenever you buy something. So we have to calculate VAT from our total selling price. So now our VAT is going to be 5% of the total selling price. So how do you calculate that? How many of you want me to calculate that? If you know you want me to calculate that, just said yes. Let's see. Let's see how many of us wants to learn how to calculate the percentage. Now we've used multiplication. So how many of us want me to calculate the 5% VAT? Okay, you want me to calculate 5% VAT, right? So we need to know the 5% of 1,752, right? So I'll say equals to 1,752 multiplied by 5%, right? Simple as that. So now we have $87.60. So we need to calculate others. Just double click, Excel will calculate it. So now for this person is this particular person. Let's see if I'll get the name. I'm coming. So this person does not have name, but the customer ID of 3 has to pay $1,752 plus the VAT. So the person has to pay the VAT also. If he's paying this, he has to pay the VAT. So we'll calculate the new total selling price. So the new total selling price will be our total selling price plus the VAT, right? That is now the amount is going to pay. I should calculate what again? Which calculation? Is it the VAT? Is it the VAT? Love. Are you talking about the VAT, or which calculation are you talking about? Yeah, it's the VAT. Okay, let's do it again. Let's quickly do it again. So let me clear the content. So let's do it again. I'll say equals to our total selling price multiplied by 5%. 5%, right? I press enter, then I'll double click and get the right answer. So Excel will automatically fill that one for me. Are you getting it? So now the new total selling price is going to be total selling price. This is the amount that he has to pay, but he needs to pay tax. The tax is not for us, it's for the government. So the person has to pay it. So we are going to add it to his total selling price. So new total selling price equals to new total selling price is going to be the total selling price plus the VAT. Then I press enter. Then this is the amount that the person has to pay. Are we getting value? Are we learning something? Are we learning something? Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's move forward. Let's move forward now. Now let's calculate our profit margin. If we are spending $876 to produce this, and we are selling it at the rate of $1,752, right? What is the profit? How much profit are we going to make? So the profit is going to be equals to total selling price. The total selling price minus, I'm trying to check the time, but I see that we still have a lot of time. So let's do one more. Total selling price minus the total cost price. That is what will give us our profit margin, because we sell it at the rate of 1,752 and we use 876 to produce it. So then we will get our profit margin. Any question on this? How many of you still want me to do another practical, practical now? So if you still want me to do another one that makes more sense than this, I'll take the profit margin again. Okay, let me quickly take the profit margin again. Okay, I'll say equals to, right? So I'm coming minus total cost price. That's total selling price minus total cost price. I'll press enter. Then, so okay, I should do division. Okay, someone said I should do division. So let's just quickly do division. How did you calculate the selling price? Is that really profit margin if VAT has not been subtracted? Yes, the VAT is going to be, the VAT is not for your company now. So you can't calculate the VAT as your profit. The VAT is the government tax. So you calculate before the VAT is added. That is, we have profit before tax. So this is profit before tax. So someone said I should do division, right? So I'll just do one division. So let's say I want to divide this by 10. So I'll just say equals to 876 divided by 10. So I press enter. So it's going to divide it. Then I'll copy it down. That is division. But let's do another thing that makes more sense, right? So now let's award a gift to them. Let's award a gift to them based on the. So let's award a gift to them based on the quantity they order. How many of you would like me to do that? So let's say people that order from 1,000 and above, we get a face cap, right? People that order from 2,000 and above, we get a t-shirt. People that order from 3,000 and above, we get what can we give them? What can we, let's say a phone. Then people that order below 1,000 are going to get handkerchief. Let me take that again. People that order below 1,000 will get handkerchief. People that order from 1,000 and above, they will get face cap. People that order from 2,000 and above, we get a t-shirt, and people that order from 3,000 and above, we get a mobile phone. How many of you would like me to use Excel to do that? If you know you like to use, you will like me to use Excel. Let's see, right? Okay, it's just only 2. So since I have only 3 people, I will not do it again. I have 4 now. Let's wait. If you know you like me to award gifts to them. So if you are a teacher or something, you can use this to award position, grade to your student, right? So A1, B2, you can use that. But now let's just concentrate on today's class. Okay, almost everybody wants to do it, wants me to do it, right? So what I'll do is, now let's use another formula called nested if. So I'm going to use if. So I'll say if, right, tab. So if this quantity is greater than or equals to 3,000. So it's greater than or equals to 3,000. We want to start from 3,000 first. So if it is greater than or equals to 3,000, that is anybody that ordered 3,000 and above, where did I say they are going to get? What are they going to get? They are going to get what? Phone, right? So let's write phone here. So they are going to get phone, comma, right? So now the next one again, I'll select it. If this particular cell, that is, if the value is true, that is that if the value is false, then I'll put if again. Now, if this particular cell is greater than or equals to 2,000 now, that is people that order from 2,000 and above. So what did I say they are going to get? They are going to get t-shirts. They are going to get t-shirt, right? Now, people that order from 1,000 and above. So we are going to use if again. So if this particular cell is greater than or equals to 1,000, so what are they going to get? They are going to get face cap, right? Is that correct? They are going to get face cap. People that order 1,000, right? So they are going to get face cap. So put it in a quotation, comma. Then the last one, which is people that order below 1,000. So if the value is 4, that is, if it does not meet any of those criteria, so we want Excel to just give them handkerchief. So put it in a quotation, then write it handkerchief. Handkerchief. Now I have a lot of brackets open. So if you are dealing with if, you need to close your brackets based on the numbers of brackets you have open, right? So I have 3 brackets now. I'll close it 1, 2, and 3. So I close my bracket 3 times and press enter. So you can see this person that ordered 292, which is below 1,000, got an handkerchief. So if I copy it down, you can see people that got handkerchief, t-shirt, face cap. We have someone that got mobile phone. Would they breathe? Are you still with me? Are you still with me? We should do another one, right? Should we do another one? Are you enjoying it? Feels like magic. Are you enjoying it? Should we do another one now? Lust. Okay, let's do another one, right? Let's do another one. So I said it feels like magic. So we should do another one, right? Okay, let's do one more before we go to the question and answer section so that we can call it a day. Because a lot of people are just coming back from work, so they want to relax, right? But let's do one more, right? We should do one more. So, how many of you support? If I can explain the handkerchief, right? Okay, the reason why it is the handkerchief is if they did not meet any of these criteria, we know we gave it 3 criteria, right? If you suppose that we should do one more, just type it, you support. It's only one person, which is Adeyemi. So it's only one person that supports. So now for that person that asks the handkerchief question, so this, we have 3 criteria. We said if it meets, if the order is greater than or equals to 3,000, we should write, Excel should give that person phone. Then if it does not meet that criteria, if it is 2,000, right? Excel should write t-shirt. If it is 1,000, Excel should write face cap. But if it does not meet any of these 3 criteria, Excel should give them handkerchiefs. Okay, someone said I should take the gift formula again. Okay, let me do this one again. Then we are going to do one more, and we'll go to the question and answer section. Or you know what? Once we get to the question and answer section, I'm going to repeat it because of time. So let me quickly do the last one. Then we go to the question and answer section so that everybody that asks question can anybody that have question can ask. So the last one we are going to do now is we want to calculate the number of handkerchiefs that we have, the number of t-shirts that we have, the number of face cap, and the number of mobile phone, right? So if my boss comes to me now that, okay, we've given them a gift, right? How many handkerchiefs are we purchasing? How many t-shirts are we buying? How many face cap are we buying? And how many mobile phone are we buying, right? That is the logical question someone will ask. Is that not true? Is that not true? So, like now I've awarded a gift to all of them, right? So, but my boss don't know, maybe I have awarded, how many are we purchasing? How many handkerchiefs are we buying for our customer? How many face cap are we buying for our customer? How many t-shirts are we buying for our customer? And how many mobile phone are we buying for our customer? That is what my boss wants to do, right? So now let's do it. Let's do it. So we are going to write handkerchief. Someone said I'm a guru. Handkerchief. Where is the guru? Handkerchief. That is that. Let's write t-shirt. T-shirt is in capital letter, right? So if you're writing it, now if you see my t-shirt is in capital letter. So if you want to get the complete answer, right? If you want to get the complete answer, if you want to get the correct answer, make sure that it's very case sensitive. So if you are using capital letter, make sure that your criteria is also in capital letter. So since this is capital letter, I'm going to write it in capital letter. So the next one, quotation in proper perspective, quotation, curve, and bracket closing. If D is okay, handkerchief. Thank you very much. This Anufunke, thank you very much. Handkerchief. My handkerchief is missing D. Okay, let's move on. Now we have face cap. Face cap, right? Face cap. So this thing is very case sensitive. So you have to follow it the way it is, then we have mobile phone. So now we have all these. These are all the gifts. So what my boss, so I'll just put here gifts, then I'll put total right here. So I want to make it bold. So now it's bold. So this is the gift and this is the total. These are the total that I want to give. So now we are going to use another simple formula, which is count if, right? So I say equals to count if. So that is just the formula we are going to use. Count if. I'm going to select everything right here. That is my range, comma, then I'll select my criteria, which is the handkerchief. Then I'll close my bracket and press enter. So we are buying 201 handkerchief. Let's drag it down. 201 handkerchief, 209 t-shirts, 266 face cap, and 24 mobile phone. How does this make you feel? Huh? You are lost. You are lost, right? Please again. Okay. Okay, let's do it again, right? Someone said I should do it again, right? Are you still with me? Are you still with me? Very lost. Are you still with me? You can see that Excel is, that is the reason why most of this company wants people with Excel skill, right? That is the reason. You can see now, equals to count if. Count if. I'll select my tab. So I will highlight everything here, comma, then I'll select my criteria and close my bracket and press enter. So that is that. Then I'll just copy down this and you get your answer. You can say less than. Yes, you can say less than. You can put less than there. You can put less than. So it's, you can put less than. You did. You can put less than. You can see how easy Excel is, right? It's very, very easy. It's very, very easy. So how many of you are feeling lost now? How many of you are totally lost that you feel like, well, this one, I'm lost. I'm having a lot of headache. Okay, found. How many of you are still feeling like, wow. Okay, now, if you don't want, this one looks confusing. Okay, you are lost in if function, just join. So if you know you are feeling like this man now, okay, this man that is blowing his head. How many of you are only at the gift section? Okay, someone said refreshing. How many of you are feeling like this man now? If you know you are feeling like this man, just let me know. Wow. So we are going to the question and answer section gradually. We are going to the question and answer section gradually because of time. The man is not showing yet. Okay, cool with it. Okay, now, if you know you are still really feeling lost, right? If you know you want to become a pro in Excel, before we go to the question and answer section, if you want to become a pro in Excel, how many of you want to become a pro in Excel? If you know you want to become a pro in Excel, you know you want to know, you see, I just used just 3 formulas. There are over 450 formulas in Excel. So how many of you want to become a pro in Excel? Okay. No, Excel doesn't need to have functions, to have network. You don't have, you can use it offline. You can use Excel offline. So a lot of people want to become a pro. So Excel is not the class that are going to do once and get everything right. So you can see I just did one class now and everybody was like, they are feeling so now if you want to become a pro in Excel, I've actually come up with a perfect program for you, which is called the Ultimate Excel Bundle. So in this Ultimate Excel Bundle, what are the things you are going to get? what are the things you are going to get? What are the things you're going to get? So you are going to get 40 recorded videos. So you are going to get over 40 recorded videos. I'm going to show, just wait till the end. I will show you all the videos, all the formulas you are going to get, which covers more than 45 Excel formulas. So you can see it covers more than 45 Excel formulas. You are going to get over 40 recorded video, the video that I record myself. I recorded it myself, which covers over 45 Excel formula. So from the basics, start from the basics of Excel. In fact, if you don't have any knowledge of Excel, you are going to get it. So another thing, you are going to get 6 weeks life support system. So in this life support system, you are going to be meeting me and my team every Sunday, 4 to 6, every Sunday, 4 to 6, to support you whenever you have issue with Excel, wherever you have issue with Excel, wherever you have issue with the formula. The support system is there for you. You can drop it in the group. We'll answer your question, and we have our live webinar every Sunday. We have a live class like this from 4 to 6, where we attend to all your questions, all your practical questions, all everything. We do that in the support system. Then you get Microsoft Excel handouts. You get Microsoft Excel handouts in that in the Ultimate Excel bundle. You get weekly tips, that is weekly Excel tips. So where we drop Excel tips to help you develop your skill and everything. Then we give you done with you projects. Whenever we are working on any project, you are going to be with us. You work on it together. So you are going to be in class with other experts. All other people that are in the same field, you are going to be in class with them. So they are in the same field. They are also learning Microsoft Excel. Now they have become experts. You are going to be with me and my team. Then you get certification after the 6-week program. You get your certification. So you get your entry-level job placement and internship. So after the 6 weeks, you write a test. And after the test, you get an entry-level job placement and internship. So we have partners that we offer job placement. So we have people that we partner with, companies that we partner with, that whenever they have vacancy, we send our students there to do internship, to do job placement, and also you can also get the opportunity to work with us. Is that cool? So now let's move on. Before we get to the question and answer section, let me just chip this in. So now, we've been in this training for a very long period of time. I found out that there are two sets of people. There are two categories of people. The first set of people are the ones that are good at making excuses. They are very good at making excuses. They are the ones that are very good at making excuses. You see them, they are running away now. They are the one that has run away. So you see, we are from 100 and something, now we are in 89, 88. So those are the people that are running away. Those are the people that like making excuses. Then the second categories of people are the people that take action. The action takers are the ones that are usually successful in life, because if you keep on making excuses, you are not going to get anywhere. Imagine me making excuses, giving it excuses. Will you learn this thing that you learned today? You won't be able to learn it. So take action. Action takers are the ones that get a good result. So now let's move forward. Now let's see the review from our students from the group. So you see, we did not say their name one by one. So this is a group. You can see now you can see this is Ifeoluwa Ogunjobi. Now she said I went for an interview with a company. All this went well. The interview went well, but she lost the job because she doesn't have much understanding of Excel tool. So now we have another one, which is Judy. So he said, good morning, sir. This is your student, Judy. I went for an interview yesterday and I was asked to prepare all this, and I did using Microsoft Excel. So thanks you very much, Digital World, and my review video will come very soon. You hear another person said, my dear, what you've done is so, and so. You can see now, this person said, Ekere, he said now, he got the Excel course, and he can tell that Excel skill has improved, right? Has been taken to another level by watching and studying the bundle. That is that. You can see another one, Olamilekon said, I've always perceived Excel to be very difficult to comprehend, right? So like in the beginning of this course, a lot of you are also have that impression that Excel is very difficult. Excel is very difficult, but Excel is not so hard. You can see how easy Excel is. So he said he stumbled over my course and I decided to give it a trial. That has really been nice and amazing. It is liveliness and support for his students that fascinate me the most. So you can see, thanks to him, my journey through Excel has been my journey through Excel so far has been amazing. Kudos to Mr. Sonny for his support and his dedication. You can see, I must say, this is a well-detailed course and the instructor is indeed a teacher who really knows his audience. I'm pleased to register for his course. Thank you. You can see this class, I must say, these are shaping my Excel skill. You can see the review. These are just like a little out of all what our students are saying based on the Excel course. So how much are you going to pay to be part of this course? So since we are trying to make computer education very affordable and accessible, right? We are trying to make computer education very affordable and accessible. Now, Nigerians are going to pay the sum of just 3,000 naira to be part of this program, and Ghanaians is just 100 Ghana cedis to be part of this. Now, someone asks, learning Excel, is it the same thing as learning as data analysis? Now, the basis of everything is learning Excel. If you are looking for data analysis skill and you do not have knowledge of Excel, your data analysis skills is nothing. So you need to start with Excel first, then you move on to data analysis. So after Excel, you can move forward to learn Power BI. Now there's Power BI course there also. There's Power BI video free for everybody. So you are going to get Power. Okay, let me quickly show you the videos you are going to get. Let me show you the videos you are going to get. Now, let's start with the Ultimate Excel course. So in the Ultimate Excel course, you are going to get Introduction to Excel. So these are all the videos you are going to get. So you are going to get all the videos. Now, all the formulas that I use, this is sum, this is addition, conditional for multi, addition, subtraction, multiplication. I did this sum. You see count if that I use. You see the ones that people, this if that I use now, the VLOOKUP, there's VLOOKUP also. There are over 37 video in this one alone. Just 37 video in this one alone. You can all see that, how to chart, how to create charts, how to add slicer, how to use pivot table. You can see that, how to import from other sources. This lesson 37. Now let's go to the Power BI basics. You are going to get the Power BI also. You see the Power Query that I was talking about. Let me show you, is in data cleaning, where I talk about Power Query that I talk about. You are going to get access to it. Now, if you add 37 plus 8 videos, that is all you are going to get. Now, you are going to get free Office productivity handout in it. You are going to get Office productivity handout. You are going to get exercises files. These are files for you to practice. So this is another file up here for you to practice. So it's just 3,000 naira to join the community, just 3,000 naira. We are trying to make it affordable as possible. So it's just 3,000 naira to join the community, and you can pay into this account number to join the community. You can pay into this account number if you are in Nigeria, FCMB 6256480015. And if you are in Ghana, you can pay into this Momo account. You can pay into this Momo account 055012340. So the turn is active. When is the class starting? Now the class is for the first 30 people that make payments. It's for the first 30 people that make payments to join. So now your class starts immediately. You get your course material. You start your study. You are going to be part of the live class on Sunday. So your class starts immediately. I will add you to the class, to the support system. So every Sunday, including this Sunday that is coming up, you will be part of our live support system. In fact, if you did not ask any question, if you've not started with the course material that is with you, you are still going to learn, because a lot of students will have questions to ask you. You will learn from their own question. You'll learn from their own question. So that is how that one works. So now, if you have a question, you can raise your hand then I can unmute you. On relationship duplicate formulas, like if you want to duplicate your formulas, you can duplicate your formula. You can duplicate your formula, just copy it down and duplicate it. So if you have your question, you can raise your hand. You can. So the question that someone said, can I pay by? So everything will be pasted in the group. All the all the account number will be pasted in the group and what you're going to get. So they are pasting it in the group right now. So you can send your payment receipt to either any of the admin or drop it in the group. So once you make your payment, just drop your payment proof in the group or send it to any of the admin. You can send it to any of the admin. So Mensa, please unmute. If you have your question now, you can raise your hand to ask your question. Mensa, please unmute. Yeah, I can hear you. Please unmute. You are on mute. Talk.
Hello, good evening, facilitator, and thank you very much for the tutorials. My question is, I was telling you that I have a laptop that I try to get my Excel, but it is not connecting. But always when
I can't hear you again. I can't hear you again. I can't hear you again.
I hotspot my phone to it.
Well, I can't hear him again. Please come up and unmute, but while you are doing that, let's hear from Mr. Adeyemi. So you can unmute. I think your network is how to do the $ format. Okay, I'm going to show you that one. Oh yeah, Mr. Adeyemi. Adeyemi, please.
Okay, good evening.
Oh, sorry.
It's actually Mrs. Adeyemi.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you very much for the class. I learned a lot. I've been wanting to learn Excel. In fact, I've been begging my husband to teach me, but he refused. But I learned a lot. So I just want to ask, I really have interest in data analysis. So I want to know, somebody that is not very good in maths, can the person do something that has to do with data analysis? Because I realize that Excel is not even that difficult.
It's not a must for you to have a strong background knowledge of mathematics before you can do data analytics.
Okay, all right.
You need to have a strong knowledge. So, but you just have to start with Excel. Data analysis, whatever you want to do, you start with Excel. So we also have a full data analysis course, but that's after you are done with this Excel. Then if you want to move further, you can register for the data analytics course.
All right. Thank you very much.
Welcome. So let's hear from Mensa. You can continue, please. Mensa, please unmute.
Okay, hello, please can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry for the network problems. Okay. So I was saying that I have a laptop that I try to get my Excel, but it is not working unless I hotspot my phone to wait to get an internet connectivity before I can see it working perfectly. And what's the cause of that? How do I remedy it? Thank you.
No, it's because you've not gotten the software. If you get the software, you just install it and it will work offline. So if you have a computer engineer, just take the system there, tell them to help you install Microsoft Excel. So they'll help you install Microsoft Office packages. So they'll help you to install it. They can help you to install it so you can use it offline. That is that. Omar, please let me hear from you. I'm coming back to Joseph.
So, okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. So I want to know the duration of this Microsoft Excel course. 2, and I want to know if actually maybe someone have a free time on Saturday, if someone can take a free your own class personally, maybe based on private arrangement. Then 3, I want to know if the webinar record can be sent to us, so we can actually, some of what are lost on this topic, or maybe on some other parts, can actually get acquainted with the webinar record. Then that's what I want to know.
Okay. For the Saturday private class, you can chat me up personally on that. I'm going to attend to you on that. Then for the recorded, I will drop it in the group so that you can go through it. Then for the last one, the duration, the recorded video course, it is yours forever. The moment you have it, it is yours forever. It is yours forever. The recorded video is yours forever. You can download it to your mobile phone and watch it as your own little time. But the support system is 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks support system. So that is that about that. So let's hear from Shuaib. Please unmute. Shuaib.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, actually what I wanted to say, this other guy that spoke last has already said it.
Okay.
So I'm good. I forgot that my hand was off.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's hear from, let me go and look for Joseph. Please raise your hand if you have question. Yeah, you can drop your payment proof in the group. Please, once you make your payment, you can drop it in the group. Let me go and look for Joseph. Joseph, you can unmute now. Unmute yourself, Joseph, and ask your question. So you can ask your question now. Joseph. Joseph. Okay, let's hear from, I think Joseph is not available now. So let's hear from Anu, right? Let's hear from Anu. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, good evening. Thank you
Good
for the
evening.
class. Yeah, my question is, after we paid for the video, is it a one-off download or is something we can download on maybe a mobile phone and laptop as well?
You can download it on mobile phone or laptop.
Okay.
You can download it on your mobile phone or laptop. It is yours forever.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So let's, is there any other question? 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 Let's hear from this person that just raised hand now. Let's hear from this person that just, please unmute if you know you raise your hand. Please unmute, unmute, unmute. This 11 RS something. Yes. Good evening, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, in fact, I've enjoyed the lesson.
Well, I think network is really bad. Are you going to be taught how to monetize it after becoming an expert? Yes. You are going to be taught how to monetize it. You can monetize a skill. This 11 stuff. Please, I'm going to mute you now, but I'll come back to you. I think your network is pretty bad. I'm trying to check our time. So let's hear from Michael. Let me mute this person. Michael, please unmute.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for your effort to get us along. I came in late and I was asking whether I can get a video to play back to and start with to understand what happened throughout.
I can't hear you.
I said I came in late. So
Okay.
I was asking if I can get access to the video for the presentation.
Yeah, I will drop it in the group.
Okay, and then the last time I paid for the web designer, you say you asked me to join a group. I didn't see any link.
The web design?
Yeah, I paid for it and I put it on the WhatsApp platform. But I'm here to join,
send me a
added to the
DM.
group to talk about.
Just send me a DM. Let's talk about it on WhatsApp, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Let's hear from the Abati Omotokunbo. Let's hear from Abati Omotokunbo.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is my first time joining the class. I'm actually not in your WhatsApp group. It's my
Wow.
husband that I'm in on the group. So I just asked him this evening that I should send the link. Let me hear. And the little I had today, it's quite motivating. And I wish to know more. So I'm interested in joining the class. And if I make payments, you know, I must actually send to the WhatsApp group. So I'm not in the
Yeah,
group.
this is, you can chat me up on this number. You can write this number down to chat me up on WhatsApp.
Okay.
This is my number. You can chat me up on WhatsApp. Once you drop your payment proof, once you chat me up, I'll send you the account number. You made your payment, then I will add you to the WhatsApp group. Just
Okay, can I have the
that you are
number?
from the webinar.
Can I have the number now? Or is it on the chat?
091, is it 091?
Okay.
66
66
48
48
30
30
03.
03.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
You're welcome. So Chidima said Excel isn't offline and free. Excel is offline. I've used it offline. I'm using Excel offline, so my Excel is offline. Any other question before we call it today? If you have question, please feel free to ask me. Please. Raise your hand and ask a question. Raise your hand or type it in the comment section, please, before we call it today. Any other question before we call it a day? Okay, someone said the dollar sign format, that is how to format your dollar sign, right? So let's quickly go into this place. Let's go to Excel now and add the dollar sign. So what I'll do here in this profit margin, I'll remove it. So there are ways of doing it. You can change it from here to just number. See, the dollar sign is removed, and you can come here and put your dollar sign. That is in accounting, or you come here and change it to currency. So let's say you don't want to use a dollar sign. You don't want to use a dollar sign. What you want to use is any other sign. So you can come here and choose the sign that you want to use. That is the currency that you want to use. So you see more accounting format. Then right here, you choose the currency that you want to use. So there are lots. You see, choose the currency that you want to use. It all depends on what you want to use. Someone said I should repeat it. Okay, use Naira. It's not only Nigerian that are here. But let me just do that. Someone said I should use Naira. So I'll just come here. I'll come here now. You can see right now, if I keep on scrolling down. Let's keep on scrolling down. Let's keep on scrolling down. Do you see I have, let me just use this Edo own. Then I'll just click on OK. You can see I have Naira. You can see. Thank you very much. This one that says we have our own way of doing it in Africa, right? So we have this is how to just add it. So you can just choose your currency, just choose any currency that you want. So any other question before we call it a day? Someone said, okay, any other question before we call it a day? Please, is there any other question? Is there any other question before we call it a day? Once you make your payments, kindly drop your payment proof in the class, in the group. The total sum for the salary, the gift formula. Okay, let's quickly do that too now. And then we call it a day. The total sum. This is it. This is the total sum. I said I use auto sum for the formula. So this is just the auto sum. So let me clear it. So I'll just say equals to, I'll just say alt plus equals to, then that will do it for me, or you can just come here. So alt plus equals to, and press enter, then you drag it to this place. So it's going to do it for you. So someone said the profits, the gift formula, I'm not going to, okay, let's quickly go back to that place. That's actually taking a lot of time. We have 13 minutes left. Wow. We are supposed to round up by 9. So, but I'll just explain it for you. We have 13 minutes more. So I'll just explain it for you. So if you join this our live class, I will redo it for you, but I will explain it here. So you see, right now I said if is what we use to give criteria. So if D2, that is if the content in D2, that is why I started from the basic. The content in D2, this is D2. If this content is greater than or equals to 3,000, so that is if it is greater than or it is equals to 3,000, tell Excel to write iPhone, to write phone, I said iPhone, write mobile phone. But if it is greater than or equals to 2,000, write t-shirts. And if that particular cell is equals to or greater than 1,000, write face cap. Then if it does not meet any of these 3 criteria, write handkerchief. So that is how we come up with this. So any other question? Is there 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 any other question? Please, if you have any, okay, no question. There's this woman that said she just joined. Please, just make sure you message me. Are you the one that just messaged me now? I'll respond to everybody. This Mrs. Abati. Okay, I'm going to respond to you. You can drop your payment proof so that I can send your course material tonight. So someone said, Candid said, please after the class, I'll share the recording. Yes, I'll share the recording. So I should recap. Wow. What we did was we did a lot. We did the practical section, we did the theory and the practical section where we talk about the introduction to Excel, the practical section where we use Excel to do some basic calculation, that is for Candid. Then we introduce the advanced course for everybody that wants to learn more with Excel. We want to learn more on Excel, then you pay 3,000 Naira to be part of the class. So you are going to get access to over 45 video courses. Let me go back there so that you see it. So that what you get access to over 40 recorded video courses, 37 on Excel and 80 on Power BI. That is how to do your data visualization, how to do that. Then you get 6 weeks live support system. That is wherever you have any question, you get 6 weeks live support system. Then you get Microsoft Excel handouts and practical data sets. That is your data set that you'll be using to practice. Weekly Excel tips, you get that. You'll be, whenever you are doing anything or you are doing anything, you'll be in class. So we are going to do it all together. You'll get your certification after you are done with the course. You get access to job placement. So you get access to job placement. So the job placement, you write your test, then whenever we have companies that partner with Digital World Tech Academy. So whenever we have vacancy, we call you to go there to get, you can do internship with them. You can either work with them. So it all depends on your choice, but we get job placement offer. And you have the opportunity to work with us also. So all this is what you are getting for just the sum of 3,000 Naira, just 3,000 Naira. And that 3,000 Naira is for the first 30 people that I said earlier. First 30 people that make payments, we get access. So all other people that does not make payments after the first 30 people, that doesn't mean you can't message me. You can message me, you can chat me up if you have any question on Excel. You can chat me up if you have any issue. And if you need slots, you can chat me up on how to do that. If you can't be part of that 30 people that make payments tonight, then you can chat me up. I'll tell you the next step to take. Once we have up to 30 people, I will drop this in the group that we have up to 30 people, then all other people, I'll tell you what to do. Any other question? So in the absence of no question, I would like to call it a day. I hope you've learned something today. In fact, if you did not even join the group, I hope I still able to pass some knowledge across to you. You were able to learn something. Yes or no? Okay. So for all of you, I'd like to see you in our next class, which is Sunday, in our life support system. So Mrs. Anu Funke, I'd like to see you there. Abaido Enoch, I would like to see you there. Mrs. Abati is already part of us. So I'm going to attend to everybody. Vincent, I would like to see you there. Akintoye Oluwaseun, I'd like to see you there. Who else? Abati Omotokunbo Bolaji, I'd like to see you there. Abati Babatunde Antonia, I would like to see you there. Ma, I would like to see you there. Adeyemi, Mrs. Adeyemi, I'd like to see you there. Aisha Adamu, I'd like to see you. Akintoye, Alice, I'd like to see all of you. Candid, I'd like to see you. Chima, Engineer Smilayin, Femi, Amzat, I'd like to see all of you in our next class. I'd like all of you to join our family. Thank you. If I call you and if I do not call your name, I'd like to see everybody in the class. You're always very busy on Sunday. If you are busy on Sunday, you will get the recording. You will get the recording of every class. This was a great start. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate you. And I am so much happy that at least you learned one or two things today. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Am I free to go now? Am I free to go? Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate you and I wish you best of luck. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.